Hello, Facebook family, and welcome to another edition of Seneca's Business Development Support Center. And today we're talking to this young man right here, Mark, with Timber Ridge. Timber Ridge is an axe throwing place. It's an axe throwing adventure. If you've never done it, you need to do it. And for the next couple hours, this is a 2-hour infomercial as we spotlight Timber Ridge right here in Seneca. Now, Timber Ridge is located right behind actually Little Pig's Barbecue. It's not far from the Department of Highways and Public Transportation, right up the road. So
through pharmacy right across the street.
Yep, we're right here. So it is Tuesday night, and this is basically a 2-hour infomercial for your business, and we appreciate you hosting all the folks here around the area. Mark, how long? When did you open Timber Ridge?
We opened in November of 21.
21.
Yep.
So how has it been for you?
It's been great. It's been great. We didn't know whether Seneca would be ready for a venue like this. Axe throwing is not something, that you see every day, but it is something that's taking the country by storm. It's really starting to become very popular. All of the larger cities have axe throwing venues at this point. So when my wife said to me, let's open one in Seneca, because we used to go to the one in Greenville and one in Clayton, Georgia, and it was a 30-minute drive either way. And she said, let's look at opening one in Seneca. We found this space available just at the same time we were talking about it, and I said, let's just give it a roll and see what happens. So the reception was fantastic and has been great. I mean, the reviews, Google reviews, and the different reviews we've gotten from the people that have been in here, and the folks just love something else to do in Seneca. It's been great.
One of the great things, when I first saw the building, I was thinking to myself, how in the world can they do that? But once you walk inside, it's amazing. All the little venues that you can throw axes in. And, as we're recording this, I'm watching some of your ESPN video. This is like a professional sport.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, it's been out. It's about 5-6 years old. The sport is about 5-6 years old. ESPN picked it up a couple years ago, and some of the folks that play this sport are very, very serious, just like your golfer or anybody else. They have tournaments, they have nationals and worldwide tournaments, and there's some big purses. I mean, there's a $50,000 purse on the national tournament. So, I mean, these folks are very serious about it. But yeah, ESPN sport, it's also an Olympic sport now as well. So you can literally go from Seneca, South Carolina to the Olympics if you want to try axe throwing. So it's pretty neat that it's moved out that far.
That's amazing. Now, we were just sitting here. Actually, you can see some of the bullseyes there. What's the most anybody you've seen here locally? Now, I know the professionals can hit the bullseye all the time.
We have leagues every Wednesday night. We'll be starting back in fall again. Some of our league players that are in here every week or 2 or 3 times a week, they can hit this bullseye 8 or 10 times without any trouble during a tournament. A game is a 10 throw match, 10 throws. And so you get 6 points for the center for the bullseye, 8 points for the kill shot. So these guys they'll be shooting here, and they'll get 5 or 6 here and then they'll go for the kill shot, and they'll end up with 50, 60 points when they get finished. And that's a pretty good score. After a 4 game match, you've got the potential for 240 points. So.
Now, you got your number on there, 710-1128, and this is going to be on Facebook TV is what I like to call it. Nice. During the summer, if people want to have birthday parties, anniversary parties, or just to get together with friends, how do they do that? Do they call you up, rent it out?
Call this number. You can't book those kind of things online because they're very unique from the standpoint of how many people, how many lanes. But we do birthday parties, anniversaries. We've done reveal parties. We've done bachelor parties, bachelorette parties. We have done it all in this room since we've opened. And so they just call this number here and tell us what they're looking at doing, what date they're looking at doing it. And we can either do a private venue on the days that we're closed. We're not open on Mondays and Tuesdays, but Wednesday through Sunday we're open. We can do private venues on those days. We can do private venues prior to our regular opening hours, which are normally about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. But it's a lot of fun. It adds a whole different. It takes Chuck E. Cheese to the next level, I guess you'd say. So for the kids and then for the adults, it's really kind of a nice time. We have beer and wine. We have a small menu. We don't consider ourselves a restaurant or a bar. We're an axe throwing venue with those things as an option, if you want to enjoy those things while you're throwing. So we have a small menu, but we can do the food here for the party, or we can do catering as well. We've got several different people we work with for catering. So.
Wow, Mark, that's a turnkey event. That's amazing. And you're watching the Seneca Business Development Support Center's Off the Clock event. We appreciate you so much for being tuned in. We're gonna take a little quick break, and then we're going to come back and talk more with Mark, and we're going to talk about his traveling trailer. Stay with us, everybody.